Good morning and welcome to this live stream. My name is Radiant Gaines and I'm a practitioner here at Centers for Spiritual Living Eugene. And I invite you, if you'll please, to just sit back and have this wonderful meditation moment with me. Now I invite you to take a deep breath and release it along with all the other stuff. Again, releasing it with the laundry and the dishes and the kids and the dogs. And in and releasing it with all of the bills and the how-tos and the drive here and the be there, all released. I know that there is one power, one entire God that is every experience that I have now. I live and move and breathe this being into action. For I know that everything I see, feel, touch, taste, every awareness I have is God right now. And as all of this is God, I'm God. I speak these words of God into action. I am the breath of God. I am united with God. I know and affirm that anyone who listens to this live stream, including Radiant, including all of the people at the center, and everywhere else, I include and know, please, as the I am that you are, that I am, please take these words as your own. I am reunited, connected in this oneness. I am this love in complete action. And the universe says, yes, my beloved, anything you want. So I will pause in this moment for a time to think about what is mine to do. Use me, God, to my highest potential. Make me the vessel of knowing. Allow my love to flourish and flow and thrive throughout humanity. And now I'll pause and breathe. to ground in this oneness, to know this truth unfolding now as my life. I move into gratitude. Gratitude for the breath, the dewdrops, and for all of the things I've accomplished, and for all the opportunities that are unfolding now. I am so grateful to be in a presence of oneness, to pause and flourish and know this oneness in my heart. I release this. I completely let go and set free all my intentions, all fears I've had before, and I move into the new phase, the phase where I succeed now. And I know that as I release this prayer, it is already done as I speak these words. My heart is conviction, and action is done. The gift of pause in this moment to completely release, to let go. And I know all of this to be true right here and right now. As I say these words, please say them with me. And so it is. I welcome you to open your eyes and to see the delight of life's paradox with childlike delight. Remember where you are, and you can change that. You can become what you wish by knowing. I invite you to reunite with that this time. And thank you for coming to attend my beautiful meditation.
Good morning. I was hoping to get a couple more seconds before we started, but here we are. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Eugene. My name is Linda, and I'm here. It's Sunday morning, and it is the first Sunday in August, and I am grateful to be here with you to celebrate this new month, this new opportunity to be together. Our theme this month is inclusion in action. I remember some years ago, all the bumper stickers that came out saying, teach tolerance and be tolerant. And at first I was really taken by them, and they were so lovely. And then I thought, do I want to be tolerated, or do I want to be included? You know, I really don't want to be tolerated. I want to be included. And so I really love the fact that we have moved into the construct of inclusion, because that's really how we get along together. So here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Eugene, we have a vision which we cast a mission which we cast some years ago, which is to inspire minds, open hearts, and empower lives using the principles of our teaching, the science of mind. And then a few years after that, we came up with a why statement. We studied Simon Sinek, and we said, we should have a why statement. Why is it that we do this mission that we do? Well, we do it because we know that spiritually empowered people do live richer and fuller lives. And so really, our work is to inspire those minds, open those hearts, and empower those lives so that everyone can have a richer, fuller life, and we truly can have a world that works for everyone. And I'm grateful to be part of a teaching that wants to be part of making that so. Years and years ago, almost 100 years ago, our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, was asked, what is it that we believe? And so he wrote down this thing that was what we believe, and it became known as the Declaration of Principles. And a few months back, we started saying one each week. We divided it up into parts, and we're saying one of these principles each week to remind ourselves of what it is that we truly believe, what it is that is what we stand for. And this is number 5. It is called personal freedom. We believe the ultimate goal of life is to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. And Dr. Holmes was a great one for saying liberty is not license. We are free to be, we're free to be free from discord, but our freedom does not mean creating discord for others. So there is a responsibility that goes along with that freedom. We have I've been in communication with a lot of our members lately, and while we love the fact that we're able to get together with Sunday service, We also are really feeling the sense of lack of connection. And so we are working on ways to get together with that. And we'll be talking about that more later. But I just want to plant a seed. How would it be? How could we create ways of getting together that are safe and that are meaningful and that do help build community? And that's something we're going to be exploring. So be thinking about that. And now I'm delighted to have Radiant Gaines with us this morning, and she is our practitioner, and she's going to do a treatment that sets up for the tone for today's service. So I'll step out of the way. There'll be an empty screen for just an instant, and Radiant will step up here to do the treatment.
Hi, I'm back. So I invite you to take these words as your own. When I use the term I am, I invite you to be the I am that you are through my I am, and I'll be my own I am, because we know that I am is the God is. So try saying that 7 times fast. I know there's only one power, one complete presence unfolding now, in this moment, and this moment, and this moment too. I am one with this presence and speak this presence into action and know that it is done as I believe. I know and affirm that anyone who's listening to this live stream or listening to someone else's who is listening to this live stream, anyone who can hear my voice will know that we all live together. We live in harmony and balance, and we find ways to reconnect in ways we didn't even expect. We are strong and capable of getting through this. We have our community, and our love has always been there and will always be there, and is bigger now than it ever has been before. In complete gratitude to be together in this oneness, to have my folks, my support, my love. In complete gratitude. I release this into the consciousness. I completely let it go, and I know it to be true as it is done now by saying, and so it is.
Thank you so much, Radiant. I appreciate that. I appreciate that treatment or that meditation earlier. It's really grounding for me to be able to sit here and have the meditation going and hear it and embody it. We have a practice wherein we do a affirmation once a month, and this is time for a new affirmation, and in August we're going to have this for 5 weeks, so that's really great. I set it up. I sent it to our slide people so that we would have a nice slide for it, and then I didn't type it up for myself, so I'm going to be standing here with these teeny tiny letters on the little phone here and say this for you. So, oh, they made it bigger. Cool. Oneness has never meant sameness. So when I see what appears to be different, I am being invited to embrace it and learn from it. Inclusion is the nature of God. And now I'm going to repeat that, and hopefully you guys at home will repeat it with me. Oneness has never meant sameness. So when I see what appears to be different, I'm being invited to embrace it and learn from it. Inclusion is the nature of God. And that's what we're going to be talking about all month long, is the oneness that is also multiplicity. Out of the one, the multiple aspects of the universe are created. And we're going to be looking at that in a lot of different ways over the course of the month. And today we are blessed to have our beloved friend, Marty Chilla, who's going to be joining us to do the music. Hey, Marty, good to see you, my
Hi.
friend.
Oh, God.
Back and let Marty take over now.
All right. Oh, man, so good to be here, even just to share some breaths and even some silence together with you. Just really, really nice to have this time and hear these teachings that are as ancient as time itself and forever new, right here, right now, on a brand new day. So it's a brand new day today. I'm going to do a Van Morrison tune. And yeah, just already I'm just so thankful to be hearing these messages and just to share this special time with you. So thank you. Here we go. When all the dark clouds roll away, and the sun begins to shine, I see my freedom from across the way, and it comes right in on time. It shines so bright, and it gives so much light. It comes from the sky above. Makes me feel so free. Makes me feel like me. And it lights my life with love. And it seems like, feels like, yes, it seems like, oh, it feels like a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. I was lost and double-crossed, with my hands behind my back. I was long time hurt and thrown in the dirt, shoved out on the railroad track. Well, I've been used, abused, and so confused, and I had nowhere to run. But I stood and looked, and my eyes got hooked on that beautiful morning sun. And it seems like, it feels like, oh, it seems like, yes, it feels like a brand new day. It's a brand new day. brand new day. The sun shines down on the ground, and the grass is oh so green. My heart is still, and I've got the wheel, and I don't really feel so mean. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes right now. It comes right in on time, and it eases me, and it pleases me, and it satisfies my mind. And it seems like, feels like, yes, it seems like, oh, it feels like brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Brand new day.
Thank you, Marty. Thank you so much. Bless you. We'll see you later.
Okay, sounds good.
Ah, seems like and feels like. We've been told that our prayers, our treatments, are given juice, are given power when they stop being words and start being feelings. So I would like to invite us to stop feeling, to stop feeling frightened about what's going on, and to realize that the same hormone that generates fear also generates excitement. And if we could stop looking at what we don't know and being afraid, and start looking at what we don't know and anticipating what we could learn, maybe we could transform this world just like that. Today's theme, as I mentioned, the theme for August, it's like, how did they know a year ago what we would be going through? So almost as if there was only one mind or something, but the theme is inclusion in action, the active act of including rather than excluding, to stop being an exclusive organization and become an inclusive organization. It's something we need to think about, to look at, and to explore. And then the topic today, we weren't able, I posted a video on my timeline of a beautiful mashup of the old Bob Marley One Love. And the line, this week's talk title comes from the chorus of that song, which is "Let's Get Together and Feel All Right." First time I ever heard it, my sister Jennifer's wedding. She did the Pachelbel Canon. It was out in a park, and they did this beautiful, walk, come in on the coming in, and the whatever that word is. And then on the recessional, when they were leaving, they played One Love. It all broke into reggae, and everybody, and she surprised even her troupe of bridesmaids and groomsmen. Nobody knew what her recessional was going to be, and it broke into One Love, and it was just absolutely wonderful. And that's the first time I heard it, and then I fell in love with the song. This is like over 20 years ago, right at 20 years ago. So anyway, that's a side story. We'll tell that another day. I'm going to talk to you about the whole idea that the very foundation of our teaching is that God is all there is. We have a set of principles. And the very first principle is oneness, that there is only one of us here. We talked a little bit last week about the omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence that everybody talks about in all other religions, but they don't seem to get that that means God isn't out there somewhere looking in. God is everywhere present. God is in and through all of creation. The foundational principle of this teaching is that God is literally all there is. There is a word, immanent, not imminent with the I, but immanent with an A. And from that, the word Emmanuel came, and the word Emmanuel means God with us. O come, Emmanuel. O come, God with us. For God is always with us. God is in us, through us, and as us. We are the way God experiences life in the world. This doesn't mean that we are all that God is, but it means that all that we are is God. And we are connected to everyone and everything else because everyone and everything else is also God. Jesse Jennings. Oh, by the way, I was going to have a copy of this month's Science of Mind magazine up here. We have Science of Mind magazines in our bookstore here, even though the center is closed. The office is open Monday through Wednesday. And if you want a copy of the Science of Mind magazine, please come down and purchase one. We can sell you one Monday through Wednesday from 10 to 4. And I got to tell you, this month's is absolutely fabulous. Tracy Brown, who was our national board president, leadership corps president for the last 3 years, wrote this month's monthly daily sayings, and they are fabulous. But anyway, Jesse Jennings in this month's issue. To us, God is the very essence of creation, fully present within each aspect of it, including each person. I think for many of us, as we go through these times and struggle with what is happening in the world and how it is happening or not happening, it's really difficult for us to say, oh yeah, that too is God in action. Because it doesn't feel like that would be what God would do. You see, there's this pesky thing that God gave us called free will, which means we're free to do really stupid things. We're free to be frightened. We're free to get angry. And all that anger really is fear on steroids. I don't care how angry you are and how strong and full your rage is. The deeper your rage, the more your fear. What it is we are experiencing really good disguises of God. We are experiencing God really good costume. And it is our challenge then to say this too is that. And while I may not love what they are doing, I can see past the actions to love the essence of what is. Because we think that if it must be God, well, then it must be, if there's oneness, it must look alike. They must act alike. They must be alike. No, not really. Because you see, God is infinite in its capacity to express, and therefore God is infinite in its capacity to become. And oneness does not mean sameness nor uniformity. Just because I am one with you does not mean I am like you. I don't look like you. I don't talk like you. I don't live in the same house as you. But we're still one. In all of our differences and disparities, we're still one. And I'm going to read to you today from our textbook, for those of you who want to check it out later. The first reading I'm going to do is from the bottom of the last paragraph on page 116. We're told that matter is not a solid stationary thing, but a constantly flowing formless substance, which is forever coming and going. An etheric whirl of energy, it has been called. Whatever its nature is, it is as indestructible as God, as eternal as timeless being. Nothing can be added to or taken from it. The bodies we now have were not with us a short time ago. We discard many of them on our path through this life, for the substance of which they are composed is in a constant state of flow, a flowing substance, taking form that the mind gives it. How about the matter from which other things than the body are made? It is all the same, one substance in the universe, taking different forms and shapes, becoming different things. Unity is expressed as multiplicity. And then this is the second paragraph of page 131. The human's idea of deity evolves around his other ideas. After a belief in many gods, we come to realize there is one mind and one spirit back of all manifestation. One spirit or self-conscious life acting through the medium of one mind or subjective law, producing many manifestations. Multiplicity comes from unity without breaking up the unity of the whole. Multiplicity, differences, drastic, radical differences come from unity without breaking up the unity of the whole. Humans are a new species on the planet. We've only been around a few thousand years. And we spent a whole lot of that in tribal or clan or herd mentality. I grew up with my family, and my family and I are all together, and my uncles and aunts and my cousins, and we're all in one group, and we know how each other works, and we know how each other thinks, and we know how each other eats, and we kind of all look alike. And so we are familiar with that, and we know that is safe. When I go out and I walk a path and I run into somebody who's in my clan, I recognize them and I know, oh, there's nothing to worry about here. But if I see somebody who's different, there's a place in my brain that tells me different is dangerous. This is not something I'm familiar with. This is not a color of skin I am familiar with. This is not a language I am familiar with. This is not a food I am familiar with. This is not a name for God I am familiar with. It must be dangerous. It's different. it has to be problematic because I don't understand it. Therefore, it could hurt. There is a place in our brain, in the limbic system of our brain, called the amygdala. Little tiny walnut-sized thing in our brain that has so much power over our knee-jerk reactions and our fear responses. It is responsible for the fear conditioning of, or the process by which we learn to fear something. The amygdala in our brain is that there was an old science fiction series, and I remember one of the lines was, "Danger, danger, Will Robinson, danger." And the thing of it is, we're not in danger. We're not in danger. Different does not mean danger. But we have come to think of difference as problematic, as stressful, as something that could hurt us. And therefore we judge it and we hold it different. I talked at the beginning about the whole idea of tolerance versus inclusion. You know, I really don't want to be tolerated. Being tolerated doesn't really sit well with me. It feels like I'm being left out. It feels like I'm being judged. It feels like I'm not being, you know, shipped away, but I'm being put up with rather than folded in. Edward Viljoen, in this month's Science of Mind magazine, a spiritual community may have an outward sign saying, "You're welcome here." At the same time, without realizing it, we may carry an inner invisible sign that says, "Only if you fit in or adjust to us." Let us consider the question in our lives, in our spiritual communities, in our world. What sign of welcome is radiating from my heart? Where am I saying the words of welcome, giving the signs of welcome, and then going back to my phone, going back to my friends, going back to the people I know, turning away from what I don't know, rather than looking at this new individual as an opportunity to expand my circle of awareness and make a new friend? I view them as someone keeping me from my existing friends. I will smile and say hi, but I don't engage. Now, maybe I'm shy. I can relate to this because I'm an introvert. And it's really hard for me to make small talk. It's really hard for me. You know, you say, "Well, what do you mean, Linda? You get up here every week and you give a talk," and yeah, I give a talk either to a room full of people who are all sitting in place or to a camera now, which is not getting up and arguing with me, but to sit down and be in dialogue with someone I don't know is dangerous. My amygdala kicks in, and I don't want to look stupid, and I don't want to be judged, so I just avoid the whole conversation rather than step out on a skinny branch and see what my new best friend might be. So I invite us during this time of self-isolation and during this time of reimagining what it is we are becoming. Think what it would be like to get together and feel all right with new people, to get together and feel all right with things that are different from us, to get together and feel all right in whole new ways. We are so interdependent. We talk in America about independence, but we are in fact interdependent and interconnected. The air that I breathe becomes the air that you breathe. The virus has taught us that how interconnected and how much we are connected to one another. A virus, I found this intriguing because I keep talking of virus as a life form. And it is, but it isn't. It's actually what is known as an agent. A virus is an independent agent, an infective agent that typically consists of a nucleic acid molecule with a protein coat. Got my protein coat on. But it's too small to be seen in normal light microscopy, but it's able to multiply only within the living cells of a host. In other words, it only comes to life in another life. So the virus needs us to connect. And this is why we're being asked to take safety precautions about interacting with one another, because if it lives in the air and it falls on the dirt and there's nobody there to pick it up, it dies. It ceases to be effective. It ceases to be infective. So we together can create an end to this agent, which is trying to take over our year, our lives, our bodies. Andriette Earle, who's an amazing human being, another minister of religious science, and she had an article in this month's Science Mind magazine as well. Since God is everywhere, wherever we are, God is. The one mind is. Whoever is willing can discern and honor the one mind in everyone they encounter. We must remember and endeavor to live as one with Spirit as it manifests in all people. We need to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because we've talked before, you've heard me talk many, many times. I like my comfort zone. I like where I know what's going on. I like when I know what to expect. I like my comfort zone. I like the way I feel in it. I like the way I move around in it. I feel comfortable here. When I go way over here or way over here, I get out of my comfort zone and I'm scared. So I come back. But the thing of it is, what happens is when I don't stretch as much, my comfort zone starts getting smaller until I have comforted myself into a total little box wherein I cannot move, wherein I have no room. And until I can be comfortable being uncomfortable, I will not be able to fulfill the intention to put inclusion into action. I have to talk to the stranger. I have to learn the strange language. I have to understand a new name for God. I have to try new food, though I don't think I'm going to try those spiders I saw on the internet yesterday. No, that's probably not quite ready to be that uncomfortable. No, we'll work towards that. But the thing of it is, we have the ability to create change. We have the ability to get together and discover that not only do we feel all right, we feel really, really good, because our circle of comfort has actually expanded. Our circle of comfort includes more wonderful people with delicious ideas and amazing foods and exquisite ways of talking God. Let's get together. I will close today with the words of that famous metaphysician, John Lennon. You may remember these words. I am he as you are me, and we are all together. So, It is time for our opportunity to give our offering. I'm going to invite Radiant, our practitioner, to come up and bless the offering, and the ways of giving will be posted on the screen. They are. So Radiant, whenever you're ready, we'll do the blessing. And then we'll go straight into Marty.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Sorry, I had to do it. Love you guys. My name is Radiant Gaines, and I'm a practitioner, and I invite you to take these words as your own. So just take a deep breath and sit back. I know that as God is all there is, this one big experience, that my money moves as God moves through God. As I speak these words of God into action, I know that my prosperity is flowing throughout this world. And that is my voice, the voice of God in action. I know and affirm that my prosperity is multiplied, and that all of the abundance that I experience, I consciously experience joy and gratitude as I move my money into action in places I never expected. I am the change in this world through every dollar I spend. So how am I spending my money today? By knowing with a joyful heart and complete gratitude that every dime I spend is spent in wonderful ways that I can't even imagine. Beyond my belief, it's better. In complete gratitude for everything I have, all my needs met, for all of the sense and all of the prosperity through me as me. I release this into the consciousness. I completely let it go by saying, and so it is.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Just what a precious community this is. Precious messages, and I know the Center for Spiritual Living has some bills to pay to keep themselves going. So please do help. I know I want to. We all should, and keep this going. And I'll say I did my first actual concert. I've done couple live streams this year. My first actual live concert with people out there. There was an audience of 6, but oh man, it was amazing to see some humans out there. We all kept our spaces, stayed in our pods. There's ways to do this well. But I was also really happy to, when I look back later, that there were definitely people out there listening, and it meant a lot to them to know there's music and good things happening in the world. So I know you're there. So there's all different kinds of ways to connect, and we just got to keep this going. Such a good, precious thing in this crazy world. So anyway, I'll stop talking. I'll do some singing. That's what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay, we got a little Van Morrison theme going today. Another one from the Moondance album. Beautiful song called Into the Mystic. Okay, here we go. We were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Here our bonny boat was one as we sailed into the mystic. Hark now, hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, we'll be coming home. That foghorn whistle blows, I want to hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I want to rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. Together we will fall into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. When that foghorn whistle blows, I want to hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I want to rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. Together we will fall into the mystic.
Bless you, Marty. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wow, been a wonderful day. I'm filled. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Love you, man. I have a story. The last conference I went to opened with Gary Lynn Floyd doing Into the Mystic. It was the very first song. And he closed the conference with that, and then I flew home and I flew into Portland. And when I arrived in Portland, you may remember if you've been through there, they always have musicians. And I heard this chord set, and just as I walked up, the guy broke into the Mystic. And I thought, okay, talk about bookends to a beautiful trip. It was quite wonderful. Here is the this month's Science Mind magazine. We do have several, about a dozen in the office here. So if you are interested, come on down Monday through Wednesday and pick one up. They are $5 an issue. And there's daily read in here. There's good articles. It's in times such as these, we need words like this. So I encourage you, if you're not already a subscriber, come down and pick up a copy. You can't make it to the center during our hours. I believe Barnes & Noble carries it. I believe their magazines are up and running again, and so you can probably get it there. The only announcement I really have, number one, I want to thank Nancy Fisher for this beautiful, beautiful altar. She came in this week and did this for us. So we have something wondrous to behold. And my class is starting this week. I have a class called Personal Spiritual Growth, Keys to the Spiritual Path is what this one is. And it's about the journey of spiritual development, introducing mysticism, and we'll be spending 3 weeks exploring different aspects of how to build your own personal spiritual path. The class is a Zoom class. It meets Wednesday nights at 6:30 or Friday mornings at 10 a.m. If you are getting our newsletter, go to the newsletter and there is a link, or go to our Facebook page under events and the class is there. You do need to link in, because otherwise I don't know you're in the class and I won't know how to send you the Zoom link. So you need to register. It's $15 a week, and that's it. There'll be other classes starting in September, and we will be advertising them and doing registration for them starting next week. So be watching for your newsletter and check the Facebook page. Not the group. The CSL Eugene group is where the members get together and chat with one another and share stories and posts and things. And the Center for Spiritual Living page on Facebook is our Facebook equivalent of a web page. It's where we announce events. It's the centers page where we announce what's going on. And it's where you're watching this video. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being who you are. And I am he as you are, he as you are, me as we are all together. Namaste.